This Kagura buff is not actually a buff, and let me explain. Before I continue with my explanation, I just want to say that this is all my opinion. You can feel free to disagree and let me know why you disagree. First of all, I just want to start out by saying that I think the developers themselves don't even know what the buff, nerf, and adjustment factor is. For example, when a character is going to get a nerf, all I want to see is an actual nerf. Not them getting nerfed, but then they get compensated in another way. It's the same thing with buffs. There's no reason why a character gets buffed and then they compensate for that buff in another way. Then what would be the point of the adjustment factor? Sure, adjustments could refer to revamps or some skill changes or some very drastic changes that happen to certain characters. If I'm going to see a buff, I want to actually see a buff. I don't want to see half-assed buff. It's the same thing with nerfs. I want to actually see a nerf. Now, you could argue that I'm just complaining and that I'm not grateful. But is it complaining when we're asking for the bare minimum from Munton? For instance, this Freya nerf. That is not a nerf. I'm sorry, you can argue with the wall at this point. It's not just her HP regen per basic attack that's the problem. It's literally her entire kit. Now, if you guys are wondering what Kagura got, let me break it down for you. First thing that she got is that her umbrella does more damage and it costs less mana. Now, here's the thing. Why does Munton consider this a buff when they're taking away something from her? You guys get what I'm trying to say, or am I going crazy? They messed around with her base HP growth, base physical defense, and physical defense growth for whatever reason. Not that she was already very easy to kill, but sure. And the TLDR of her ultimate adjustments is that they nerfed both of her ultimates damage, but compensated for it by reducing the mana cost and reducing cooldown. And in this match, I really felt that damage decrease. This is not a joke. And I could also argue that it's just my build that has no damage. But that's the thing. Why should I be forced to build a certain item to compensate for this damage loss? I just don't see how this makes any sense or how it's very fair, I guess. It isn't complaining when we're asking for an actual buff on certain characters. It isn't complaining when we tell Munton, like, hey, some of these characters are kind of broken. Freya, we've been saying the same thing for, I don't know, ever since Freya got revamped. What did she get? A slap on the wrist. While Munton is just experimenting with certain mages for some reason. For example, take Zushin. Why are we touching Zushin again? Wasn't that adjustment that she got a few months ago not enough? Do you want to keep experimenting on her for no reason? I'm so confused. They're nerfing her damage like she had any in the first place. And also, don't get me started on the Holy Crystal nerf. In no way, shape, or form was that warranted. Why is Munton targeting mages all of a sudden? I have no idea. But no, it's fine. Let's nerf every single mage and keep Freya untouched. Let's not nerf fighters either, because they clearly don't deserve those nerfs, right? What do you guys think about this Kagura buff and this recent patch? This has nothing to do with Kagura's damage, but this is just a bad combo in general. I kinda messed up. Okay, but this time I really did feel the Kagura nerf. I felt like he would have at least been at a slither of HP. He had a good quarter of it. But I guess the cooldown decrease on both of her ultimates isn't that bad.
Nothing can break the bond between Tokoyo and me.
Your team destroyed a turret.
Taught by the strongest exorcist, I'm definitely gonna be the second strongest in this field. Sorry.
The enemy has slain the turret.
Not there. I promised her I'll live and fight for the two of us. I'm never afraid of Tokoyo and the butterflies by my side.
Request backup. Launch attack. Initiate retreat. Initiate retreat.
Having to clear my teammates' lanes because they don't want to clear it themselves. They just keep on fighting and then they wonder why I'm not helping them. Enough fighting, Hyman. This was all intentional. Wow. Yep, I meant to do all that. I don't know why he came back, but if you want to give me a free kill, I'm not gonna complain.
can break the bond between Tokoyo and me.
I'm so tired of pushing these lanes. Okay, well, the vision was there.
I'm never afraid with Tokoyo and the butterflies by my side.
Also, just a general thing I want to say is when the enemies have Moskov and you're taking objectives, can you guys be mindful of his ultimate? Like, I'm having a panic attack right now because my teammates are just standing still while taking the Lord. I'm thinking, Moskov, Moskov, Moskov.
Nothing can break the bond between Tokoyo and me. Lovely.
I won't lie, I threw here. I should have just attacked the base. I don't know what I was trying to do. Although I die here, I do kill one of them and I do kill all of their minions. So they have to respawn and then they have to walk all the way to our base. So by that time, our teammates can respawn.
You Jong always frowns at me when I have him. He really has no taste in music.
I'm so shocked as to why we're fighting when the enemies have the Lord, but sure. Eamon said stop fighting, huh?
Gotta treat myself to a barbecue after the mission is done.
Launch attack!
Kagura is my wings that carry me through all the difficulty. Taught by the strongest exorcist, I'm definitely gonna be the second strongest in this field.
Free play!
Promise to not live and fight for the two of us.
I honestly just hate how mages are being treated unfairly. I had a match where I played Navaria and someone said that Navaria got overbuffed. Someone like Navaria has been in desperate need of a buff like that. And all the mages get nerfed. Nobody says anything.